Calvin Klein himself said, "Kate defined the look of the decade. Her appearance marked the beginning of what became known as the heroin chic trend. Models who looked extremely thin, pale, and worn out with an edgy and rebellious attitude." By 1995, the term heroin chic became the most controversial phrase in fashion. It represented a grunge-inspired look that celebrated ultra-thin bodies, messy hair, and dark eyes. Critics said it glorified drug use and unhealthy lifestyles. Kate Moss was its central figure. Her images, especially for Calvin Klein, Versace, and Vogue, showed a sharp contrast to the healthy, athletic look of the 1980s. The fashion world praised her for bringing realism and raw emotion into modeling. But outside the industry, politicians and health advocates condemned the trend. Even President Bill Clinton spoke against it in 1997, saying, "The glorification of heroin is not chic, it's destructive." Moss never openly supported drug culture, but her image became the face of that criticism. She was often blamed for influencing young people to see thinness and frailty as beauty. Yet fashion houses kept hiring her because her presence sold clothes, magazines, and perfume faster than anyone else. Throughout the 1990s, Moss became one of the most in-demand models in the world. She walked for brands like Chanel, Gucci, Dior, and Alexander McQueen. Designers loved her ability to transform. She could look innocent in one photo and dangerously glamorous in the next. She also became part of London's wild celebrity circle known as the Cool Britannia era. Moss was friends with artists, musicians, and designers who were reshaping British culture. She dated Johnny Depp from 1994 to 1998, a relationship that fascinated tabloids worldwide. The couple was often photographed in nightclubs and luxury hotels, representing the perfect mix of rock and fashion. Her earnings also skyrocketed. By the late 1990s, she was one of the highest-paid models in the world, appearing on over 300 magazine covers. The British Fashion Council later recognized her as one of the most influential figures in modern style. But behind the fame, Moss was struggling with emotional and physical exhaustion. The constant media pressure, the fast lifestyle, and the demand to stay thin took a toll on her health. Her success began to look fragile. In September 2005, Moss's world came crashing down. The Daily Mirror, a British tabloid, published photos showing her allegedly using cocaine in a London recording studio with her then-boyfriend Pete Doherty, the lead singer of The Libertines. The images caused global outrage.
I've got it on camera.
But is he paying in cash or what?
I think she's paying by the looks of it.
She'll buy a big issue of me if you want.
Within days, major brands including Chanel, Burberry, and H&M cancelled their contracts with her. Her income reportedly dropped by £4 million almost instantly. The same media that once celebrated her now labeled her as a bad influence and a symbol of celebrity downfall. Moss publicly apologized, saying, "I take full responsibility for my actions. I have made mistakes and I am accountable." Soon after, she entered a rehabilitation program in Arizona, USA, to recover from substance abuse. Surprisingly, Kate Moss's fall became the foundation for her comeback. After completing rehab, she kept a low profile for several months. But by 2006, she started appearing in new photo shoots. Brands realized that despite the scandal, her influence had not faded. In fact, her controversy made her even more iconic. Burberry reinstated her by the end of 2006, followed by Calvin Klein, Longchamp, and Dior. Magazines that once distanced themselves were now competing to feature her again. The Vogue UK issue featuring her return sold out in record time. In 2007, she launched her own fashion line with Topshop, which became an instant success. The collaboration sold millions of pounds worth of clothes in its first weeks. Her simple bohemian designs reflected her personal style and were praised for bringing high fashion to everyday customers. Her influence is seen in the rise of minimalist and street-inspired fashion. She popularized the idea that beauty could come from confidence rather than perfection. Designers like Alexander McQueen, John Galliano, and Marc Jacobs often said she inspired their work because she brought emotion to every photo. She was known for her ability to make clothes come alive. Photographer Mario Testino once said, "Kate doesn't pose, she feels the picture." This emotional connection made her stand out from other models who focused on surface-level glamour. Moss's personal style, skinny jeans, leather jackets, vintage dresses, and ankle boots became a global trend. Millions copied her effortless look, which became known as the Kate Moss aesthetic. Her ability to influence fashion beyond the runway proved her lasting cultural power. In 2013, she was honored at the British Fashion Awards for her contribution to the industry, celebrating 25 years of modeling success. Despite her controversies, she had managed to remain relevant in a constantly changing world. Kate Moss's personal life was often as dramatic as her career. Her relationship with Johnny Depp was followed by intense media attention. After their breakup in 1998, she faced depression and sought therapy. Her later relationship with Pete Doherty brought more chaos and media scandal due to his drug problems. She eventually found stability with Jamie Hince, the guitarist of The Kills. They married in 2011 in a quiet ceremony in England, attended by celebrities and designers. The couple separated in 2016, but they remained on friendly terms. Moss has one daughter, Lila Grace Moss Hack, born in 2002 with magazine editor Jefferson Hack. Lila later followed in her mother's footsteps, becoming a model herself. In the 2000s and 10s and beyond, Kate Moss became a symbol of endurance. Even after turning 40, she continued to appear on the covers of Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and W Magazine. Her ability to stay relevant across decades was rare in an industry obsessed with youth. In 2016, she launched the Kate Moss Agency, representing new models and creative talent. Her agency focused on individuality rather than traditional beauty standards. Moss said, "I want to help young people be themselves, not copies of me." This move showed her transformation from model to mentor. She was no longer just the face of fashion, she became a guiding force shaping the next generation. Today she remains one of the most photographed women in history, with more than 400 magazine covers to her name. She is still called the model of the century by many in the industry. The story of Kate Moss is not just about fashion, it is about transformation. She broke the rules of beauty, redefined modeling, lost everything, and then rebuilt it all. Her life is both a warning and an inspiration. She showed that vulnerability can coexist with strength, and imperfection can become iconic. Her rise and fall, and rise again, remain one of the most fascinating journeys in popular culture. From a teenage girl discovered at an airport to a global symbol of resilience, Kate Moss stands as proof that some legends are not destroyed by their mistakes, they are shaped by them.